Another night of December when teachers, staff, students have left the university once again at a prestigious university in Pakistan, sitting at these stairs. Look at this vast sky above the night, December night, and look at the streets, the deserted streets. In the daytime, normally we have a rush of students flowing here, the crowd of people laughing, making noise. At these deserted places, we can no more hear those sounds of our students, their excitements, their laughters, and their gossiping together with a shine on their faces, curiosity, their curiosity to learn something, their excitement of having a university life, the rustle and bustle of people is no more here. At these night time, I still love these places of academic institutes where I teach. Since my early childhood, I have always been emotionally attached with the institutes which I ever attended for study as a student or I ever taught there as a teacher or lecturer. So if you are a student listening to me or watching me, or if you are a professional teacher, for both of you, this discussion might be useful and might be interesting. If you are a student, you have always seen your teacher in front of you in classes. You have just seen the one side of the picture. You have just seen a typical character of a teacher, just as a tool for marks, grades, attendance and higher education level, for informal requests and favors. We have many prejudices and agonies about our teachers you might have. This happens in the student life, but I want to give you another side of the picture. And if you are a professional teacher or you want to pursue your profession, your career as a teacher, equally important for you as well then. What is a teacher? When you go back to your home and suddenly find surprisingly your father has bought a new cell phone or a car or a beautiful house for you, the excitement that you feel, or a new jewelry box, beautiful, made of gold and silver you have got if you are a female, the excitement that you feel, same excitement, the immense happiness fills the heart of your teacher when he looks at you. With the same passion of a motherly love, how she looks at her children, same is the passion of a teacher. Same is the excitement of a teacher when he looks at his students grooming, developing, enhancing their skills, and achieving great ambitions in their lives. I always used to say to my colleagues that when we have decided to become a teacher, we have ended up our personal lives. You will find many of teachers who feel smiles on their faces, the natural smiles have on their faces when a student comes to meet them. After years, you go back to your teacher, they are so pleased with you. They feel immense happiness. This beautiful relationship of teacher-student relationship is the one who has no jealousy or competition between it. Your teacher, like your mother, always wants to see you grooming, developing your skills, achieving great ambitions of your lives. Even when you are no more here in these streets and these buildings and your teachers are here, they still miss your laughters, your smiles, your cries, your voices, your noise. Never underestimate the emotional attachment of your teachers with you. As a teacher, we love to spend our times with books, with notes, with our laptops, with creativity, with libraries. A teacher has nothing to do in his personal life, even when they get retired, sitting idle in the streets, in their drawing rooms, in their libraries, in their offices. They are still waiting for their students to come back in their lives, to talk with them, to share their ideas with them. If you have read the novel Mr. Chips, or you have watched the movie like Dead Poets Society, an American movie that was too famous in America and USA, USA and UK, and other English-speaking communities, and in Asia as well, in many countries. So a teacher is so much attached. He gives more importance to his students more than his own children. I have seen in my personal life many teachers like that. And while working as a university lecturer, this is my time. In these moments, I would like to pay a tribute. I would pay a salute to all my teachers who taught me at school level, at college level, at all universities level where I attended any course. My teachers, this is because of you that I am here today. This is because of you that I have still a hope in my eyes, in my heart, that I will change. I will contribute the passion and love for knowledge and learning in the hearts and minds of my students. I will contribute in their lives, despite of all the despairs that we have in our societies. The so frustrating educational environment that we have in our universities at higher education level, still I will fight, because my teachers fought this battle. They gave me true knowledge. They motivated me to go to libraries, read great books, not to be bound with the typical syllabus, exam patterns, and typicalities and formalities of lives. This is the passion I would like to transfer to the next generation. And you, our students, are our legacy. A teacher is more concerned about his students, what they are doing in their lives, than he is about his own family members. A teacher is not much concerned about building a new house, buying a new car, but a teacher is more concerned about his students. Are they going to libraries? Are they reading new books? Are they exploring new things? Are they book lovers? When a teacher looks at his students reading books in libraries, he feels immense pleasure. He loves his students just like a worker loves his tools that he uses. So for a teacher, the real product, the source of his happiness and inspiration comes from the shining faces and eyes and hopeful eyes of his students. Feel like that. And if you are a teacher or you want to become a teacher, you have to decide, my dear. You have to decide. Once you have decided you are going to become a professional teacher, no more think about your personal life. Be crazy about that. Be passionate about that. You have to spend your nights with reading new books to inculcate the hearts and minds of your students with new knowledge. You have to inculcate new knowledge in them. You have to spread curiosity and love for learning in the hearts and minds of your students. It's a battle. It's a war we have to fight. Just like a mother, a student may cry against you, he may make complaints against you, but just like a mother, you again have to serve your students. I have never found such a noble profession in the world, the people who has more tolerance, more acceptance than a teacher who sits in front of 50 to 60 students belonging to different provinces and states of the country, or maybe belonging to different countries of the world, with different cultural, linguistic backgrounds, with different religious and political ideologies. A teacher accepts all. And here is the thing I want to add, that a teacher must be neutral. A teacher should not have prejudice and rigid political or religious ideologies, because in this way he will become biased and subjective towards others. As a teacher has a stamina, teacher has an open heart to accept all his students equally. Even the student who do not give respect and honor to their teacher, a teacher still loves even those students. He worked equally with those students. He worked hard on those students as well with equal passion and with love and commitment and dedication. Because my students, in the life of teacher there is nothing. I am living just because of my teachers and my students and my books that I read. We have a passion. Even at the old age, a teacher loves that his students may visit him. He wants to talk with them. He wants to see them at the different stages of the human life, their students, how they are growing and what they are doing in their lives. So teaching is not merely a job, it's a passionate profession. You have to make commitments when you are going to adopt this profession. You have to be untiring. You never have to get exhausted or end up your struggle. Even the students may not give you proper honor, and maybe they are not appreciating. Maybe the system or the administration or the academic environment of your country is not supportive. You still have to fight. You still have to survive there. Do not give up. I have never given up. I also had many crucial times. I had many prejudices from the parents of my students whom I made creative by showing them creative ideas. I made my students read books, go to libraries. Many of my students, they got registered at public libraries. They are now going to libraries, reading books. I gave them passion. One of the mother of my student came to me and said, "You are making my student too creative. We want just to make him doctor." I found many enemies among the parents of my students, and we had many threats from the administration, from the system, from the political powers and authorities. But this is a passion. You have to face everything with courage. You have to tolerate everything despite of all the difficult circumstances that you are having in your human societies. Today I talked with one of my favorite teachers who taught me syntax. I talked with him that when the system is so much depressing, it's frustrating. It's no more giving us space to be more creative and productive. We just have to pass through the typical exam system. What should we do? And the teacher said, be hopeful and keep struggling, keep fighting. So be passionate, spend your days and nights preparing your lectures, reading new books. If a student will never find his teacher reading books in library, how he will, where he will get motivation from? We first, the teachers, have to go to libraries. We have to read the books so that our students may look us reading books. When a student really, it's personally happened to me, when I found my teachers in libraries, sitting in libraries, reading books, it gave me extraordinary passion for reading. So we teachers have first to become an example. And one another thing, my dear students, never idealize your teachers in 100% way. A teacher is also a human being. There can be flaws and weaknesses. Those are the human weaknesses that the teachers can also have. You have to give respect. You have to learn from your teachers. But teachers are also human beings. You will find the human mistakes, weaknesses can be there, but still find the positive things that you find in your teachers. And being a teacher, for all the teachers who are working, I would say be sincere to your profession. In this profession is not giving you the monetarily rewards and a handsome income and beautiful cars and houses, not for that, but our students, the shining faces and hopeful eyes of our students, the beautiful souls of our students. That a doctor works on the physical body of his patients, an engineer works on engines and machines, but a teacher is one who works on the minds and hearts of his students. A teacher really influences his students. We always have an impact, whether consciously or unconsciously. Students are always influenced by how their teachers treat them, how the personalities of the teachers are, what are the personal activities of the teachers, how they speak, which type of word choices and languages they use. So the teacher is like a mother who has an open heart, an acceptance for every student of every type. There might be naughty boys, those who don't like studies, those who are extraordinary, those who lack interest in your subject. We have to tolerate every student. We have to give courage to every student. We have encouraged them. We have to make them creative. And it's a fight, it's a passion. If you don't have this passion, leave this profession of teaching. Teaching is not for you. It's not for job. It's a lifelong passion. I hope so that these words will give you encourage. Now go back to your educational institutes, work with even a harder passion. We have to die one day. Don't become afraid of the threats of death and anything like that. We will keep burning the flames, the fires, the candles of and the lights of learning and creativity. We have to fight against the formalities of this system, educational environment. We must make our future generations creative if we want to build a new country, a new nation. If we want to bring something extraordinary in our culture, it's time for teachers to stand up to spread creativity among the students. We have to make them really creative students. We do not have to make them robots or machines for good grades and things like that. Let them be out of this frustrated environment that has left millions of students into frustration, anxiety and depression at the end of their degrees at higher education institutes. Let's make them creative. Let's be creative. Let's dedicate our lives. Let's burn ourselves like candle for the sake of knowledge and learning. We have to burn ourselves to illuminate, to inflame others.